Hopefully it'll stay that way.
Top five. You need to start approving these.
I approve them all.
You approve that? You
I
didn't shake
do.
your head like when you saw Mario Kart for DS. You're like, wait, what?
I think I remember when I seen the Mario Kart on there, I kind of like raised an eyebrow, like, yeah, technically it's a racer,
It's
but
like technically you're
uh,
wrong, but
I
it's
I would
more top five.
I would say it belongs more in the top five kart racing games article, but what other kart races are there other than Mario Kart? I mean, what we got? Mod Nation Racer.
Little Big Planet kart racing.
Yeah, okay, there we go. We got 90 fucking Mario Kart games and two other ones.
Congratulations, you made it to the top three.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, welcome everybody to the Tag Team live stream episode 3. I'm saying that mostly for when I put this on YouTube and not so much to the people that are not in the channel right now.
The archives.
Yeah.
It's one of my top five favorite racing games too.
I am looking for stuff to share this with and I can't find it. I probably should have been more prepared for this.
That's what's fun.
There we go.
Not being prepared.
Well, it's like even no matter what I do, I when I live stream, I'm always like I'll start live streaming and I'm like, all right, I got to do these like little get up things real quick, post it on Twitter, see if I can get people to come to it.
I like seeing things that shock me right before I live stream, like people's top five favorite racing games of all time. Not even their top five; it just says the top five racing games of all time.
Well, I mean, I think the rest is, you know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Implied.
Yeah, I think it's implied that it's theirs. It's kind of like in fact, that same writer, he was writing an article and he put opinion, and I'm like, why does it say opinion before the title? And he was like, oh, this my like his basically the his day job like makes you do that, and he was like, just force a habit. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, because no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to put opinion in front of it. The fact that it's going into the editorial section is enough that if people don't understand that it's an opinion, then that's on them.
Put Mario Kart DS over Burnout Paradise or Burnout Takedown.
Mm-mm. Burnout Paradise should be on that list. Well, no, none of them should be, I guess.
They're racing games.
Well, Burnout Paradise barely is.
There's racing.
There is racing in it, yeah. I mean, but would you put Fallout 3 under top 5 shooters? I mean, there's shooting in it,
Yes.
but it's not really a shooter.
Then what would you call Burnout Paradise? That's where the conundrum shows up.
That is.
It's like, well, if it's not a racer, I guess it's just car game. Top five car games of all time.
Chat room, what do you say? What is Burnout Paradise? Is it a racer? I mean, I guess it's a racing game. Sure. I mean, it does have racing in it, but it has other things in it along with the open world.
There's like time trial races, speed camera races. There's stabbing people. I stabbed a couple people once.
Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen.
I only stab people that disagree with racing games.
That's a confession.
That is a confession. Top five racing games all time. Mario Kart 7 should not be on that list. I'm gonna create my own list and post it just to counter that list.
I've never, like I said before I went live, I've never played. I've only played the first Mario Kart.
Oh, here we go. Welcome to chat, dude. Burnout Paradise, racing game or not?
Yeah, you're on the spot.
On the spot. I say Burnout Paradise is.
Alright, I follow too many fucking porn stars. I can't look at fucking Twitter and do this at the same time. Like, all these pictures of naked women are showing up, and I'm fucking...
It's not a good way to fucking intake your news.
I'm like... I'm just
North
like...
Korea has invaded the East Coast. Look at them titties.
It's bad enough that I'm like, yeah, racers, fuck, what do I want to say? Boobs.
Boobs.
Alright, so let's forget it. Well, we'll talk about, speaking of racing games.
Speaking of racing games.
Haven't you been playing some racing games lately?
I've been playing a lot of fucking racing games.
Apparently so. Like, all of a sudden, that's your thing. I think that's why you're so fucking hard up with this top 5 racer articles on my website, apixelatedview.com. Is because you've been playing racing games and all of a sudden you think you're an authority on it.
I am. I've been playing racing games for a long time. I picked up Dirt Rally. Instead of Project Cars, Dirt Rally's good.
So,
There's still not enough in there, but...
What do you mean not enough in there? Oh, it's early access, isn't it?
Yeah, and I trust them to add more shit, but right now you only get, I'd say, 12 different cars to choose from.
It's not bad.
And there's 3 locations, but there's like 4 different tracks on each location.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Not too bad, but compared to the first dirt racing game, the actual rally game.
I've never played any of the dirt games, I don't think.
What?
I don't play those games.
Those games?
Yeah, and by those games I mean racers.
Man.
Outside of Burnout Paradise. Well, I mean I played like Burnout Revenge and Burnout 3, but Burnout Paradise is the only one that I owned. And I haven't played a NASCAR game since, I don't know, 2000.
Since 2000?
Yeah, something like that.
I've just been back into the sim stuff. I took a break.
So, yeah, you were talking about, like, wanting to pick up Project Cars. What was it that made you decide not to again?
I guess there's a lot of fucking bugs and me running an AMD graphics card and processor. The game's not working too well on PC with AMD.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because they're starting to throw the blame game on AMD.
Yeah, I mean, I get, when they're like, hey, it's not us, it's them, but it's like...
That's not solving the problem. That's just going, hey, we don't have to fix it as long as we keep arguing back and forth.
Yeah, it's like, then make a patch for it or something, I guess.
Something. But that, I don't know, that kind of shunned me away from it a little bit. I could have got it on the Xbox One, but I heard there's issues there, and I hear there's issues on the PS4, even though I don't have one.
Right.
Like, you're driving in first place, you're kicking ass, and then all of a sudden, boop, game freezes, and you're back in last place.
That sounds like the greatest practical joke ever.
Kind of does, especially for a sim racing game.
I
can just imagine doing like a 200 lap endurance and lap 157. It's like teleport.
I want that to be the thing, like what they do.
Just leave it in there.
Yeah. Never fix it.
That'd be bad.
That'd be great.
No.
That would be the best thing ever.
Dirt isn't your typical racing game. It's rally racing, but rally racing's not like other racing.
Right.
It's you're on the track, you're by yourself, you're going point to point, posting times. And it's staggered starts, so cars can catch up to you, or you can catch up to other cars. Although on this one, I don't think they've added that yet. I think it's just your car. At least I've never been caught up to or caught up to anybody.
That's just because you suck.
No, not too bad. It's a lot simmier than the previous ones.
I never, were the other ones at all? Because I've never heard anyone really talk about the dirt games in a simulation like GT6 or something, Gran Turismo style or Forza style play.
Dirt's like a step under. It's like sim racing for beginners, I guess. Like the physics feel great, but you don't have to do all that tuning and all that shit to
Right,
make your lap faster or any of that. It's just the physics are a lot simpier than most games.
right,
Like you just can't go into a corner, and that's why Dirt got really fucking shitty because you can't just go into a corner and hold the gas and turn, bounce off the wall and keep going like fucking Need for Speeds or Burnouts.
hmm,
But they got more on path with that as the Dirt games became more about drifting and street racing than they did rally racing. They
right.
got really far away from that shit. But for early access, it's all right. There's, like I said, not a shit ton of content, but one of the most beautiful racing games I've ever fucking seen.
Right on.
That entitled me to download F1 2012 and the last NASCAR 2013.
Oh, NASCAR. Oh.
Yeah, the newer NASCAR games are a lot similar too.
Yeah, that's why I think the last one I played was so long ago. Cause like, I mean, I remember like drifting was a thing, and that was fine. But then they just got way too stupid with it, where it was like, all right, this sucks. I don't want to play these anymore.
And like if you want to conserve your fuel a little bit, you got to draft and they have bump drafting and all that shit.
Yeah.
Those don't bother me because, especially getting on those small tracks, fucking 42 cars on a quarter-mile fucking track, it's just fun. Rubbin's racing.
That's right.
I just drive around the track going, Rowdy Burns on my ass!
He didn't hit you. He didn't bump you. He rubbed you. And Robinson is racing.
They need every NASCAR game needs the Robert Duvall pit group DLC. He's like, you gotta take them on the inside, Cole. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh man.
The feedback they give in, that's another thing too about Dirt and F1. The feedback they give you from the pit crews and the spotters and shit is spot on. Like I like racing in that cockpit view, like a crazy person.
Oh man.
And for the NASCAR game, they'll say guy on the inside, guy right up next to your door, stay low, stay high, hold your position as you're coming into the turn. It's like, oh, okay, thanks. Like they're calling shit out for you, and
Right on.
F1 they miss the mark on that sometimes. Like there's a guy high, and then you look and you're like, there's nobody around me. What the fuck are you talking about? And Dirt, that's a rally game, so you have a navigator with you that's saying, left turn 6, 200 this, over crest, don't cut corner, shit like that.
I feel like was racing games first person view like that or cockpit view is just as useless and shitty as or first person shooters. Like I don't drive. Like I feel like whenever they do that, you're almost taking on the role of an old, like a typical cartoon old woman driver, like barely able to see over the steering wheel. Like there's so much shit that's just so prevalent on your screen that it's like I don't see that stuff. I see outside the window when I'm driving. Like this stuff isn't even really in my fucking view unless I'm looking down.
They've gotten a lot better with those views. Like, the
Yeah.
depth of field for them, quite a bit better that you can see kind of out your side windows a little bit as when you were really driving.
Right on.
That's one thing that kind of gave me a hard on about fucking Project Cars. They have that extra new view where it's like inside the helmet, so your view's restricted even more. So it makes sense not to have that peripheral vision because your fucking helmet's around your head.
That sounds
Oh,
so.
They made it even harder.
That sounds insane.
I don't know. Not many people play that way, but that's the way I fucking do it.
I can't. Yeah, I don't. That way and the first person ground floor version. I feel like are the craziest ways to play. I feel like the way the cockpit view is probably what most hardcore simulator fans play as, because that's their thing, because they're playing
They're
it.
crazy people.
Yeah,
I have no problem admitting to being a crazy person.
I feel like the people that use that view are the ones that have their fucking steering wheel mounted to an appliance in their house, like the kitchen table or something. They're fucking like, it has the pedals and stuff
Hey,
bolted to the floor.
stop it. I'm already saving up to get my steering and pedals.
Yeah, you are.
Stop it. I gotta get it before Forza 6.
Yeah, get that shit.
It's only like $300. The crazy force feedback in that shit, too. But you feel every bump.
Every bump.
There's laser scanning in the track, so you feel every divot in the track. In the palms of your hands. It's exciting. I am a crazy person.
I mean, it's all good. I'm just saying that, like, that's very much that. Like the hardcore shit.
Yeah, because most people that play racing games are like, hey, I want to see my car. I picked this badass car. I want to see it. People that want to sim the games are like, I don't give a fuck about my car. I give a fuck about what my car's doing, not what it looks like.
Right. I mean, it's, yeah. It's
Like, my car looks cool. I'm like, my tire pressure's 3 pounds low in that left front tire. This is fucking me up.
I mean, I kind of feel like that's the same thing with, like, again, with third-person shooters and first-person shooters. Like, to me, I can't grasp the concept of, like, Advanced Warfare, where they're like, oh, look at all these ways to customize your character. And I'm like, but what's the fucking use? You never see them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's fucking stupid to me. Like, don't know.
But you get to see them on the fucking map select screens or whatever. The game lobby, so everybody can look at your character and go, he looks cool. You go, yeah, I play a lot of this game. Now they've, a lot, with the field of view stuff, they've helped, even first-person shooters a lot with that peripheral vision bullshit.
Yeah.
And implementing track IR into your games kind of helps quite a bit. Because all you gotta do is slightly turn your head and you can look. That's another investment for crazy people. Yeah, that's all I've been fucking playing. Just race.
Oh, that's it?
Another game. I've been playing a lot of another game, but you've been playing it too.
Well, the only other game that I've been playing, because, yeah, like you just said, the other one we've both been playing, I'm still cheating Dark Souls 2.
You're cheating yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm having a great time. I'm getting everything I want out of that game. I beat, oh, god damn it, the old Iron King, I guess you could say.
The old Iron King. Oh shit, you're close to the end.
No, I'm not.
Aren't you?
No, not at all.
Iron King.
It's not, I mean, it's, I don't know the lore, per se. Like, I know it's something to do with the first game. I'm trying to think of the fucking, it was like it's a demon that you fight against, and you get the soul of the old Iron King or something like that. I don't know.
You have to have his soul to go through some fucking door towards the beginning, I think, don't you?
You need 4 of them. 4 great souls. Or I think it's 4 great souls or 4 million souls. Or a million souls, I'm sorry. Something like that, to go through the door, yeah.
And what are you doing? You've got however many souls you want.
I tried that, and I couldn't go through the door. Because I
say, cheater.
Pumpkin eater?
Yes, it said cheater, pumpkin eater, and it deleted your save. Therefore, you had to restart.
No, it wouldn't let me. I don't know why. I looked at my oh shit, what is it called? The Soul Essency or whatever? Or something like that, where it has like the total amount of souls that you have or used or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of what it's called exactly, but I'm only at like 500,000 or something like that. So I think that's what they're talking about when they say 1 million. Yeah, so
You're still cheating on that game.
But and I also I beat the gargoyle boss and The Last Sinner. Yeah. See, but I'm getting all the I'm getting all the shit that I wanted out of it.
But you didn't beat them.
Yeah, I did. I beat the shit out of them.
Beating them.
I mean, I beat them. They lost. I won.
Only in your mind.
I
I'm a crazy person for driving in the cockpit view. This is the same. This is the exact same. You are the cockpit view of Dark Souls.
I'm the what? The cockpit.
You are the cockpit view of Dark Souls.
I'm not
a crazy person.
I don't.
Other people look at you and say you were playing that game wrong. You were crazy.
Probably. Yeah, I'm sure people would say I'm playing it wrong. Like, look, I play it offline and I don't fuck with other people. So people can fuck off if they don't like it. Seriously, like just seeing like where other people have like in my searching for cheats for this. I don't know if I've talked about it when I've talked about it on here before about cheating in it, or when we used to do our other podcast. But like, first of all, finding cheats is hard now. Like, it used to be the thing. You cheated at video games. Like,
enter codes.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and if not that, it was Game Genies. Like, all the time. But, what was I going to say now?
I'm taking it when you were looking this stuff up, the Dark Souls community wasn't very fond of you asking questions like this.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really me looking. It wasn't me asking questions. It was mainly me looking and seeing other people asking questions, and then those other people getting bitched at for it. Basically, is what it comes down to. It's like, oh, you're a fucking piece of shit pussy. You can't fucking play it. It's like, why do you care? Like, I understand the aspect of you know, people use cheats and then play online, and then when you do the PvP stuff, they just fucking beat your ass and shit. And I understand being pissed off at that. That's bullshit. You shouldn't do that. But, I mean, like, in my situation, and no one has ever come to me and called me an asshole or anything like that for playing it this way. But, like, if they did, I'd be like, fuck you, dude. Like, I'm playing it offline. I'm not hurting anyone else. You know, I'm just playing through the game. I'm getting the lore that I want, you know, and not having a hard time with it. I've still died a few times.
Oh, good Lord.
Usually just by falling, because I'm dumb.
Can't cheat gravity.
Yeah.
That's Owen Hart.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Oh.
Still.
Gravity, it's not just a good idea. It's the law.
Exactly.
But, yeah, so, yeah, so I mean, I've been a couple more bosses. My main goal right now is I want to get through to that castle, because in that castle is where you get the armor set that's from the like the cover of the game and stuff, and that is a badass armor set. And I can't wait to fucking put that shit on again.
I just don't get your mentality with it. That's what confuses me.
What do you mean?
Like the whole, you really don't need armor.
I don't need armor. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, I like medieval type stuff and whatnot, you know, and I like the gear and armor and weapons. And that's one thing that I really like with Dark Souls is they have a lot of, like, how do I want to say this? Like, down to earth weapon styles and stuff like that. Like, you look at, like, the Elder Scrolls games, and they always have, like, their Daedrix armors and stuff like that, and I never like any of that stuff. It looks like shit, because it's just, like, you know, like, Daedric armor is always, like, black with pointy stuff coming off of it everywhere, and you just look like a giant demon, and you got elf armor that's just bright and shiny and stuff. Like, it's very rare do you find, like, good, cool-looking armor that's, like, worn down and just regular looking to a point, you know? And games like Dark Souls have that. The same thing with, like, weapons, you know? Like, it has, like, these really cool, just standard-looking swords and stuff that have these cool looks with hilts that are cool and whatever on it. And, you know, I mean, they do have their comically oversized ones and whatnot also, but I mean, and even for those, for the most part, even though that they're so huge, they still look, you know, all right. They don't look like just fucking out of this world stupid shit, you know, like a lot of other games, like especially like JRPGs and shit like that do. Like, I just I don't know. I kind of like the feel of how the character equipment and weapons work and stuff like that.
Some wacky armor in those games.
Yeah, I mean,
The first Demon Souls, you get the giant tornado head armor that looks like you have a giant tornado on your head that's like 20 feet tall.
well, yeah, like right now I'm running around with the Jester mask on because it gives you a better chance of them dropping items.
Oh, that works.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, like, it gives you a better chance to cause bleeding, because I was just going to go, why? You just run in there and hit the shit out of them.
I mean, like, I do upgrade, you know, through the blacksmith, my weapons and stuff. But that's mainly so it doesn't take forever, yeah.
God damn.
I went up against the smelter demon a while back, and it took me forever to kill that motherfucker. Yeah.
Imagine if you didn't have the cheat on. It would take forever to kill the motherfucker.
I understand this kind of first world problem situation.
That's great.
But yeah.
You just caught me off guard when you're like, yeah, I really want to get to the castle because I want this armor. Dude, you could be running around butt naked right now.
Yeah. I've thought about that too. I've thought about doing shit like that.
But just stream it and nobody know. Look how badass I am. Till you get hit 37 times in a row. They're like, wait, what the fuck?
I've thought about doing that too. Like live streaming it to see what people say.
Gotta name it like Pro Dark Souls 2 Run. Wait, people think you're invincible and badass.
Oh, I had some people in my chat room, and Luke is still in my chat room. He used to be my managing editor. He says gravity is a terrible idea. I don't. Okay, two things. He says gravity is a terrible idea, and the other one is who doesn't like running around butt naked. All right, the second part, yes. The first one,
I agree with the second one.
Gravity, the idea of no gravity scares the shit out of me. I mean, like Lost Boys 2 style, where the dude just floats to the ceiling, uncontrollable.
Yeah, gravity's good as long as you don't try to defy it.
Well, that's what we do all the time with fucking space programs.
Yeah, those are crazy people. Those are cockpit view motherfuckers.
I was watching the quick look of the final release of Kerbal Space Program, and that was like the one time in my life that I was agreeing with Alex Navarro when he was like, "We are not meant to leave Earth. We are not supposed to leave this planet."
Oh, I agreed with him too. When he's like, "All right, your ship's getting very uncomfortable
Yeah.
right now."
Yeah. There's a lot of that too, where I'm like watching and I can just feel my hands and my palms are sweating, and I'm like, "Oh my god, he let go of the ship at all? Why?"
It's like, what are you doing out there? You're gonna do it forever.
I remember like watching and I'm kind of like thinking to myself, like, if I was ever like, I'd say on the moon, like I would want to be like chained down to the ship so that I couldn't fucking float away at all. But then I also thought my luck, it would fucking like tear a hole in my fucking suit, and I'd start losing air.
Gravity.
I don't want to go to space. As much as I want to go to space, I don't want to go to space.
It's a scary fucking place.
It is.
It just kind of goes on and on. It's pretty dark, hard to breathe.
Like, if you get lost, like, you have two choices. A, just ride it out until you finally die of starvation or thirst, or take your helmet off and God knows what happens when that happens.
If it's anything like Total Recall, that looks painful.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Fuck space.
Running around butt naked is why I don't like gravity. Yeah, there you go.
Well...
Women, when they start getting into the 40s, don't like gravity either. Eh.
Oh.
Oh, man. Um, so yeah, the other game that I've been playing that you've also been playing that we've been playing a lot of is Marvel Heroes, 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Last time we recorded and streamed, you were like, "Yeah, get in Marvel Heroes." I'm like, "Okay, I'll give it a shot."
yeah. I think I'm like, it's free to play. Come on.
Yeah, free to play my ass.
How much have you spent in that game?
Like $60. I've spent too much money on that game already.
Now I've already because I bought 2 Captain America outfits. About I don't remember how much Winter Soldier was when I bought it. It may have been around $10 or nine 15 credits because you put money in and you get game tokens or whatever they're called in that game. So like I say roughly $10 there, $10 on the new one. I bought Taskmaster. I bought him as a deal because I got him a different costume and I got his stash and some other things, and I think for around $10. I'm gonna assume $10. Just for the safe argument's sake.
It sounds like you didn't spend a lot.
Well, I don't think it was more than that because it was like a sale that they had or something, and that's why I was like, all right, fuck it. He has a shield and does shield bounce like Captain. Why not? I also bought Human Torch. I want to say around $10 when he first came out.
How many storage bank slots did you buy?
I now have 3 of those. 2 of them I bought. I do have a crafting one that I bought, and I have the Captain America one that I bought. And now, and I also like Jesus, and like recently
You
since
also
we
like Jesus?
I knew he's cool people.
He's cool people. He's got crazy powers in that game.
Yeah,
He just keeps reincarnating.
he just floods everything and washes it all away.
I think that was just straight up God, not Jesus.
They're both the same person. What does it matter? I'm trying to think. And then just that's most of that was beforehand. But recently, I ended up getting another $40 worth of shit. Cause I got those Steam cards from trading games. Yeah.
At least you didn't spend $15 on a pack of random shit like I did.
$50 on a pack of random shit? Wait, what's
No,
this?
$15 on
Oh.
those 36 cards for just random chances. I did get the gold Ultron pet, so I guess that worked out.
Yeah, see, I mean, you also got all those fucking shards too, man.
Yeah, which got me, well, since I rolled for random characters, got me one new character, so it evened out in the end, I guess. That's what I like to tell myself.
But yeah, I mean, the game is really addicting. I mean, it's more fun playing with other people. Going back and playing it, when I've been playing it recently, while you're not around, I'm not at all having as much fun. It's man, just playing it with someone else alone is a lot more fun. Which is why we need to find a fucking guild or super group or something like that.
Oh hell yeah, get a group of 6 rolling around.
Yeah, and then we can, now that we both have level 60 characters, we can do raids and stuff like that.
Yeah, we got a ways to go before we can get in those.
See, yeah, we got spanked by fucking the first thing that we came across.
I like too how you get me into that game and you're all excited and wanting Iron Man and everything, and I do my first random roll for a character and I get Iron Man, one of the more expensive characters.
Yeah, right. And I got Luke fucking
I really
Cage.
don't want to use them. Then I end up buying the Hulkbuster outfit, which was $12, and fuck that game, and I love that game at the same time.
I mean, they really are fucking brilliant on how they work the I don't want to call it microtransactions, but just the way that they work in making it so you want to buy stuff in that game. They did a really fucking good job with that. I mean, you're constantly want to buy shit.
Oh fuck yeah! Every time I get on there, I'm like, could
And
just buy this.
And it's not like I mean, like a lot of the characters already come with pretty awesome like costumes and stuff. Like I can't think of his fucking name now. Gambit, he looks cool with his standard one. Human Torch looks good with his normal one and stuff like that. But then they have other ones, and it's like, oh, that's cool too.
Yeah, I haven't been too into the costumes, buying costumes. Ever since I got the Hulkbuster, and I think it's the only one I've actually bought. Oh no, I bought the Human Torch costume.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I've bought a good number of costumes. Um, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't think of how many costumes I've bought now, but like, yeah, I've bought a good number of them. I would say.
Cheaper to get the characters than it is the costumes.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, like getting like the whole costume deal, like because I mean, you could get shards in the game and either get a random character with 175 or between 2 and 600. Pick a character that you want to buy and not spend any money at all. And then they have a way with the crafter. If you get the crafter up to level 20, you take 3 random costumes or 3 costumes at all and get 1 random costume of any kind, which is kind of cool because like you can then get costumes without spending money also. But it'd be nice if there's a way for you to use like shards or something to buy what costume you wanted and not just do it randomly, kind of like how they do it with buying the characters in the game.
That would be pretty nice.
Yeah.
Because even though they do start with decent costumes, some of the costumes they start with are pretty fucking stupid. Like Magneto's got an all-white costume.
Yeah, that's kind of weird to me, like how they do that, because like I don't know. Maybe they realize, like because I think that's the Marvel Now costume, I believe. But like I feel like sometimes like that one, they're like maybe they know that like people would like the original one more, so they put that one behind the paywall kind of concept. But then again, I mean, other characters have really cool starting out costumes, so yeah.
Yeah. I said they just give everybody shitty starting costumes. That way it forces you to buy a good-looking costume.
No, I don't like that idea.
Fuck it, I already gave him so much fucking money. Who cares?
I mean,
I'll
and
just give him more.
I mean that's another thing with like the random costume thing is like the first time I did it, I got the movie costume for Winter Soldier, and that made me decide to look up the Winter Soldier to check out his like styles and stuff like that for like fighting and whatnot, basically to make sure it wasn't like the Punisher. And then I went and bought him.
That fucking Punisher character. Fuck that.
Yeah, that I really don't like how that is set up. Like, I mean, because in a lot of ways, the Winter Soldier is the same thing. You just run around shooting, with different guns, and that's it. But I have a lot more time enjoying myself running around shooting stuff with him than I do the Punisher because of the whole loading and reloading shit. It's just a conscience thing that you shouldn't have to worry about in a game like that, especially when every other fucking character you play as doesn't have anything like that.
Yeah, those, just like Diablo, those are the type of games where you should just put a podcast on, sit back, click, and multitask while you're playing it.
Yeah, right.
Loot drops, you just keep clicking buttons and you're good to go.
Yeah.
But no, they went overly complicated where you had to hit a reload button every fucking time.
Yeah.
So good.
It is. It's so addicting.
They're assholes.
I mean, yeah, like it's so weird because like at the time when that game first came out, god damn, I want to say it came out after Diablo 3. I want to say it came out in 2012 and Diablo 3 came out in 2011, I believe. But like I remember like Diablo 3, I couldn't wait for it. It's like, yes, finally another Diablo. Oh, I love Diablo 2. And then I played Diablo 3 and like I got maybe through the first act and I was just kind of like meh. and I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, and I kind of chalked it up to, I guess I'm not into these type of point and click kind of games like this anymore as much as I used to be. And then Marvel Heroes came out, and I got into the closed beta of that, and I just fucking played the shit out of it. And then I was like, oh yeah, this is awesome. This is a lot of fun. I love playing this. And then it was like, all right, so I mean, Marvel Heroes plays exactly like Diablo, and I love it. So then why am I not enjoying Diablo as much, or Diablo 3 as much? Which, to be fair, once the Crusader pack DLC came out for that, and I started playing as the Crusader class, I was really enjoying that game for a
That
minute there.
expansion fixed that game a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I keep saying. I'm not picking that game up unless I have the expansion with it as well for the PC.
I mean, I
How
wish
they
you
still
would
don't
have.
sell a fucking bundle is beyond me.
I should have sent you a direct message on Twitter instead of just a message or just a response to you. Because I mean, you could have got it for $20, the game and the expansion for PC. That's a pretty fucking good deal, especially when I think both of them are $20 each. Actually, I think Diablo 3 I think is $30, and then the expansion is $20 or some shit like that.
That's cool with me. That expansion, oh, that adds so much to it. But Marvel Heroes wasn't really well received when it was first put out there. Their pricing was a little fucked up. There wasn't a lot of content. Their pricing was way fucked up.
Yeah, their price. I mean, in a lot of ways, their pricing is still high. Like, there's no way around that. I mean, basically $4.50 for the cheapest stuff is still pretty outrageous. When you think about it in the scale of things, of like Iron Man costumes. Iron Man himself is like $13. And this is just to play as that character. Like in a world where character skins and stuff like that are like $2, $3. So like it still is pretty high, but when the game first came out, yeah, like it was 2,000 credits or whatever for characters like Iron Man, Deadpool, Spider-Man, which was essentially $20. And it's like, what the fuck? And at the time, there wasn't no shards or shit like that. So the only way to get other characters outside of the one free one that you got was by buying them. And you couldn't pick, like any character you wanted to for your one free character. There was a list of 6, and it was like Hawkeye, Thing, Scarlet Witch.
Storm.
No, Storm wasn't part of it. I don't think. Maybe she was, but I don't think so.
Daredevil?
Daredevil might have been one, but I'm not too sure.
I'm gonna drop.
But yeah, like it was just like 6 characters that are like, I mean, like now that I've played as Scarlet Witch, I enjoy her. She's fun to play as. But like Thing and Hawkeye and some of the other ones that they had of the original 6 were like really low rent characters that are like not popular or anything like that. And I gotta imagine like Thing plays like Hawk and Juggernaut, where it's just a bunch of melee stuff that's just banging around. Hawkeye is kind of boring because all you're doing is shooting different kind of trick arrows and stuff like that. But I mean, he's fun to play as, but compared to a lot of the other ones, he's pretty boring. So like even at that point, they gave you characters that it was easy to say, yeah, they want you to buy characters.
I think, I don't know, like $4 for characters now isn't too bad, or $9, because they did do a lot of work making all the characters pretty unique. When you play as a character, they are different feeling. The moves, the animations all look pretty cool.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't mind. I mind less paying for characters now once they dropped the prices like they did and made it so like I can, that you can do it in game. Just get the shard drops, and after, enough time, you can pick them up without paying any money at all.
Yep, it's just what's your patience threshold.
I mean, Captain America, I bought him through shards. I mean, I paid for his 2 costumes that I had for him, but the character himself, yeah.
Like I keep saying, if I get Captain America, I have to get the Age of Ultron costume. That's an automatic $12 right there. Make it way too easy to spend money.
Yeah, they're smart about it. I think.
Well, apparently, from what I heard, the devs are saying every year they're going to re-release the game, kind of thing. Like next year, they're releasing Marvel Heroes 2016. They're just updating it and putting it out for re-reviews every year. That way, news places will take different looks at it and give it a new score.
I mean, I've thought about that in the past with my website. I kind an idea that I wanted to do was called re-reviews, where you would take games a year later, especially MMOs, and go back like a year later and play them again and review them again and kind of be like, hey, here's a re-review of World of Warcraft or Marvel Heroes or something like that, just to kind of like get an update look at these games. Because especially, the reason why I say especially MMOs is because MMOs are the ones that are constantly growing and changing, you know, with every iteration of things that they do with it.
Yeah. And, yeah, they should be given fair shots because they update.
Yeah,
Most MMOs that I play aren't the same as they are when they first came out.
I think doing like changing the name of it is stupid. Um, Mainly just because calling it like Marvel Heroes 2015 is just a dumb name. It's, you know, really stupid. A part of me would feel like it's less stupid if they called it something else at all. Like Marvel Heroes Alliance Reborn or something like that, or, you know.
Well, if you think fucking Marvel Heroes 2015 is stupid, you only gotta wait another, like, few months because Heroes 2016 is such a better name.
No, it's not.
16 rolls off the tongue better than 15.
Maybe so.
6 just kind of slides out.
2016. You know what?
2016.
You know what? Yeah, you're right.
See?
Marvel Heroes 2016. I can't wait.
And when you say 2015, it's like,
Ugh,
force that
15.
fifth.
15. 2015. That's why this year sucked, man. Like, this whole time I've been really fucking depressed. Like, man, 2015 sucks. I'm going to just kill myself. But you know what? Everything's going to turn around next year.
It is. You just don't have to say 15 anymore.
Yeah, this is 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at
See?
that.
Now everybody's excited. We're all
Yeah.
excited. Fuck you, Gravity.
Hell yeah. Fuck gravity.
I'm sorry, Gravity. I love you.
No.
Hold me down. Hold me.
Hold me down. Oh, man. One time the gravity sucks, man, is when you're underwater, right? I mean,
Wait.
good drowning. I mean, I know you float to the top, but you know what? Fuck it.
I'm like, wait a minute. Are you saying that it's good to drown?
My analogy kind of backfired on me there. The science of it. God damn it. Fucking science. Fucking science, man. It's always being a bitch.
I'll buy Kerbal just to say, fuck you, science, and then I'm going to regret my decision momentarily. Gotta love it. Video games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody listening, Marvel Heroes, it's free to play. Pick it up. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
You will spend money. And if you do spend money, like I did, as long as you put a lot of hours into it, just think of it. It's the same as if I bought a $60 game.
I mean, right now, like, they have the Avengers. Like, you can pick up Iron Man and play him to level 60, you know, for free.
Avenger character.
Yeah.
Something I didn't get the opportunity to get.
Iron Man, by far, is the best character, I think, in the game.
Yeah, he's pretty fun.
I really like playing as Iron Man.
I like him.
I used to like playing as Human Torch, but man, his fucking build sucks now. Like, I mean, I went back and revamped it because, well, I had to because they gave me my points back again. That's one thing that really pisses me off with that game, that they constantly give your points back to you. It seems like every fucking time I turn that game on, it was like, your points have been given back to you. And it's like, motherfucker. So, like, I was searching for a new build, and I can't find anything. I can't find anything at all. Like, nothing new. Everything's old. And that's gone for a lot of old characters, too. Like, Captain America. Everything's fucking old as shit for him. And it pisses me off.
Really, chat's like, you spent money on a free game? It's like, Well, it's the same as if I would have bought the fucking Witcher. I'm still putting 100 hours into the fucking game.
Yeah.
I spent $60. That's all right with me.
Yeah, I mean, like, how? Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain because, like, yeah, I mean,
I don't have the time to grind out shit that much, and that's why I like those options. It's like, yeah, I could grind it out, but I don't have the time to sit and play this game 400 fucking hours and 12 hours a day and all that shit. It's like, nah, I'll just drop them some fucking bones for a good fucking game and
yeah.
call it a day.
I mean, this is how free to play is supposed to be. They give you the game, they give you everything in that game for free. That you got your character, you level them to 60, you can do your raids, you can do all that stuff without paying any fucking money. You can play everything in that game. There's no paywalls.
Mm-mm.
And if you want to, buy costumes, buy gadgets, buy pets, buy
Like
stuff.
conveniences.
Buy conveniences, yeah. I mean, and if you don't want to buy those, you can fucking, get drops. I don't know if the character drops anymore. I mean, when I first started playing, when it like first came out of beta, I had Scarlet Witch drop. That's how I ended up with her.
That's how I got Daredevil.
Yeah, so it makes me think that they still do it. I mean, it's obviously it would be something that's rare shit to happen.
Probably like raid level shit.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, Scarlet Witch dropped for me like right away, like right away. I would say, in the first couple of months of playing the game outside of beta, and it was just a random drop, like playing through the story mission and having it drop. And I had the Punisher Omega costume drop for me too. So I mean, stuff does drop.
Punisher Omega costume. Ugh. I wish you could trade in characters though. I do wish you could trade in characters, even if they only give you like half the splinters. Like if a character's 400 splinters, let me trade in the Punisher and get 200 back or something.
Yeah.
Like if I have a character I don't want,
Yeah.
trade them in and take a random chance to get another character or a fucking ultimate power upgrade for another character. I don't want to just sit on the Punisher. I'll end up leveling them up because I'm stupid, but
I don't think I ever will.
my next purchase is Doom, man.
Is Doctor Doom?
Doctor Doom. He's supposed to be the next character coming out, and for some reason they put him in a white costume like Magneto.
I don't know if that's like maybe that's his Marvel Now costume or something. Kind of like what
Marvel's
Magneto
piece
is.
of shit costume.
I mean, obviously they're gonna have the green costume that you can buy.
And then I'm gonna have to buy it. That is Doctor Doom, not white fucking look at me, I'm a princess Doctor Doom.
That seems weird. The white costume for either of those two characters seem weird. I would say the same thing for Moon Knight, but I mean, Moon Knight's always been in a white costume, so it's kind of like just in the back of the head kind of thing, used to seeing him in white. In fact, I remember when the first time I seen the alternate costume, at the time there's only the black one for Moon Knight, and I'm like, that looks weird.
You're like a black costume Moon Knight? What the fuck? Hells no. But you end up getting him for your last random. Lucky.
Yeah.
I got Emma Frost. I'll trade you.
Eh. I haven't played him. So I don't know what it's gonna be like playing as him.
Gotta be better than Emma Frost.
I mean, I was pretty reluctant to play as him when that's who I got. I was like, okay.
You start taking those characters for like test spin, getting them to like level 5 and just running around trying shit out.
That's what I was saying last night when we were both on online talking while I was playing DayZ and you're playing that, but like servers were about to go down in a half hour, so it was like, oh, that's useless for me to fucking get on there now.
Yeah. I see a lot of my fucking expenses in that game coming in XP boost now. And I don't even give a shit. I will pay $4 for a fucking 6-hour XP boost with no problem. Because I'm not sitting there do that grind without an XP boost for that fucking last 50 to 60 level. It's just slow.
I've been getting a lot of drops for not costumes, but your main 5 like chest piece and arms piece and the head piece and stuff like that. I've been like I think the leg piece and something else. I think a hand piece maybe. I've been getting a lot of those with different characters that have XP boosts, like plus 40 XP for every enemy killed and stuff like that. And I've been, using those. Like, I've been actually, like, for the most part, be like, alright, I got this piece right now that's these stats, but it has, like, 10 XP. This other one here is way better, but it has no XP. I'll keep the XP bonus. Just to help level my characters up faster.
So much smoother once you start getting a couple level 60s.
Well, I mean, that was kind of like the surprising thing with Captain America with the higher levels was it seemed like once I hit level 55, I feel like it kind of like just took off after that.
Not me. I just kept going, God damn it, I don't want to sit here and spam my missile button anymore. It was breaking me. But at least with Invisible Woman, it forces me to have to follow other people around, because her by herself isn't very good. It's kind of tough. She's a weakling.
Yeah. Luke, goddamn, I keep fucking up his last name. Well, actually, is it Luby or Loby? I think it's Luby. But that sounds perverse. Luby.
Let's go Luke Cage.
Luby sounds like a brand name for fucking lubrication for sex. Like KY. Get the KY
That's
Luby.
pretty cool.
When he says spending money on a game, be it free to play or otherwise, depends on the game itself. If you don't want to spend money on the game, don't. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, it's your choice.
Yeah, I've always said that with, like, a lot. I mean, like, I know a lot of microtransactions can be really shitty, like the Candy Crushes out there where the game gets so intensely hard or whatever that apparently the only way to beat it is through buying different stupid little upgrades and stuff like that for the game. And that is kind of shitty to me, but at the same time, that's still, I still believe that falls into the same thing of, like,
if that's the only game those people play and that's all they play, it's worth it to them.
It is pronounced Luby. Okay.
Oh.
I do like that. I'm going to get some KY Luby.
Yeah, let's Luby this bad boy up.
But, yeah, I mean, that's why, like, it drives me insane how gamers constantly think everything should be free. And on top of that, they constantly still buy this stuff. That, like, remember when Call of Duty or Activision first started selling their DLCs for $15 instead of $10?
Yup.
And everyone was in fucking uprage. And they kept selling for $15 because everyone kept buying it. It's like,
including myself.
It's like, what's going on here? I don't understand it. Like,
that's all people play, then to them that's worth it. There's some people that's all they buy all year is just Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally for it.
Shit.
I'm totally for it, but it's just so weird to me how the gaming mentality is. I mean,
I think it's stupid for people to spend money on games like fucking Lord of the Rings and all that shit. But I don't think it's stupid to buy a character in Marvel.
It doesn't matter the game. I think, because like I've spent probably a good $20 on Lord of the Rings, and that's just like on costume stuff. I'm afraid to say I'm afraid to go back and look and count, but I've spent hundreds of dollars on Star Wars, on the Old Republic. Like, not even with subscription shit. I mean, granted, for a while after it went free to play, I stayed subscribed to it, so I was getting those $500 a month points to buy stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, you can look, like, because I did this before, and it was, like, close to $100, and I gotta say, it's gone past that by now. But it was like, it shows you a list like, oh, you bought, $40 worth of credits, $20 worth of credits, $10 worth of credits. And I think like when I last looked like 2 years ago now, it was like $80, maybe $90 that I spent, and I know I've spent a lot more since then. Of course, I mean,
for DC, man. But I had this subscription and I was buying shit.
yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean that. Well, for me, when I was subscribed to it and spending money on it, I was only, like, oh, here's my 500 credits, that they give me. Let me go see what's in the store, and I'd either buy something with it or wait. And then next month be like, oh, I got 1,000 now. I can get this now, something better or something like that.
Joker in chat said I fell into the Activision chat or trap. I will say no, I didn't, because I may have bought the first expansion for Advanced Warfare, but I have not bought the second one. I'm holding out. I'll end up buying it when it goes on sale. And then I'll get Black Ops 3. God damn it. I did.
I thought about, because recently they had an Activision sale on Steam, and I thought about picking up Call of Duty 4. Because that's, the only...
The Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's the only Call of Duty for me. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was alright, and then Black Ops 2 was alright, but that's, it for me on Call of Duty games, at all.
I was a World at War guy.
What's that?
I was a World at War guy.
Yeah, I never see. There's a lot of Call of Duties that I didn't play. For me, I mean, Call of Duty 4 was my first one.
That was the one where I'd go 57-3 and talk shit to everybody. That was back when I was an asshole. Less of an asshole. I just pwned you, dude. That kind of shit.
I would only talk shit, to people that talk shit to me for the most part.
I don't talk shit to people.
No, I mean, I talk shit to people, but, I never was really... I mean, in SOCOM, I would. But, Call of Duty, I was never good enough at Call of Duty. For the most part, the best I was doing was, having a couple of kills over deaths. Where SOCOM, I could go, 10-1. I wasn't great at SOCOM, but I had a lot of good matches, and I would talk the shit out of people. But, Call of Duty, I never really... By that point, I think I kind of got out of it. People would talk shit to me, and then I would talk shit back, of course, too.
You only went that good on SOCOM because you got a lag switch. Fucking lagger.
Oh, man. Oh. Oh, the good old days.
Right?
I remember looking to find a way to make leg switches, and then once I learned that it took effort, I was like, fuck you people.
Yeah.
What are you doing? But the good thing, though, is, when people were cheating to rank up by having, 5 PS2s.
Oh, Jesus.
And then, I would... Because Toy Box had this friend, her name was, Kitty Cat or some shit like that. And she hated me at first because I'm a loudmouth asshole. And then, she came around to, thinking I was, a alright person once she learned that, I'm not always an asshole, I guess. But, she would always, kind of host these, rank up rooms. So I would go into her rooms, shit talk people, get them all to go against me, and then I'd just wipe their just beat the shit out of them. Because that's all they do. They don't play the game. They have zero skill whatsoever. All they do is rank up so they can be like, look, I'm a captain. And then I would go in there and actually fucking know how to play the game. And, I'd go 1 on 10 and be able to take, most of them out and shit like that. That was always a lot of fun. Those are the good old days. Fucking SOCOM.
Yeah, there's still those good old days. Because first time you ever decide to get on Dark Souls for reals, somebody invade you, they're gonna fucking smoke you.
Do you remember when we were both playing at the same time when you talked me into? I was sick with the flu, I was dog shit fucking sick, and you talked me into fucking playing. I had a fever, And like 5 minutes into it, I'm fucking rage quitting because I'm fucking so pissed off and I'm
This
sick
fucking
as
skeleton
shit.
keeps hitting me.
Yeah, I'm like,
dude, you're just
fuck
a
this
skeleton.
fucking game. Like, this is fucking bullshit, man. This is why I fucking cheat at this game. Fuck you. And I'm like, I'm dying because I'm fucking sick as shit. Oh, man. Oh.
We were getting smoked by skeletons that night. I had nothing. I had nothing to help pad your ego then. I'm like, yeah, I can't help you, dude. Skeletons are killing you. We're kind of fucked.
I mean, that's the. I just don't want to take the time to play games like that. I mean, I'm the type of person that like when I start failing at a game, I start getting impatient, I guess you could say, and then I start making sloppier moves, and then I just get that much more angrier, which gets me that much more fucking careless and sloppier. And then you finally start getting into the situation where you can't even make it as far as you made it the first time because you're playing just shittier and shittier the more and more you're dying. And it fucking sucks.
You need to stream that and not cheat it. Stream it. That'd be entertaining.
I gotta stream it cheating. That's what I should do. I really do. I just put it on there. Like I kind of want to be like playing cheating at Dark Souls 2. Make that the fucking name, the title.
Oh, you'll get so many people in there pissed off at you.
Or I can put like cheating Dark Souls 2, and in like brackets put offline. Maybe it's so because I gotta assume that 90% of the people that would come in there and shit talk me are ones that would be pissed off, assuming that I'm playing it online.
Not with Dark Souls fans. They wouldn't give a shit.
I'm sure that I would still get people that probably would come in here and be like, "You're a pussy," but I would think that if they knew I was playing it offline, at least I would probably get less people coming in and talking shit. Possibly, maybe.
Possibly. That's a reach.
But speaking of talking shit,
Shit talking.
apparently there's a. I hesitate to call it action figure.
An action figure?
How do you the
Toy?
a toy, a doll,
Yes.
a
Statue.
a statue what?
Figurine?
A figure.
Yes. I wouldn't say... Well, I would say it is kind of action-y.
Yeah, see, I mean, I feel like action figure is more like G.I. Joe, where this is not going to be that way.
Her arms moved.
Her boobies are squishy.
Yeah. Her boobies are squishy.
So yeah.
Action.
So anyways, it was I guess announced this week that okay, I've seen a lot of these kind of action figure stuff like this for Metal Gear Solid 5. So I don't know if this is like just a new thing, a new way of doing it, a new idea, but apparently this week it was like, hey, look, here's this female. I don't even know who she is because I've been trying to stay fucking blackout on fucking Metal Gear Solid 5. I don't want to know any more information than I already know about it now. And
Just say she's a sniper.
she's a female in the game who wears a bikini top, super sexy, and they made a figure of her where she has, I guess, squishy boobs. I can't say that with a straight face.
Squishy boobs.
So, and of course, the social justice warriors of the world or the internet are flipping the fuck out about it. Just going fucking nuclear, which I expected.
Squishy?
There's probably are, but they're probably not as firm, squishy as hers.
They've been doing this for years with real dolls. It's just a miniature real doll.
Luke says, "Aren't all movies supposed to be squishy?" Yeah, exactly.
Right?
It was like sand.
We've had this discussion. I would be okay with my son wanting a Barbie for Christmas if the reason was it has squishy boobs.
Yeah, I mean,
This gets boys buying
yeah,
girl dolls.
that's yeah. Like I said, like if they start making Barbies anatomically correct, I think they would really fucking open that market up a lot.
Would guys be offended if they released a snake action figure that had a fucking 4-foot dong hanging from it?
Snake eyes?
Oh, it's Snake Eyes, Solid Snake, fucking whoever.
Okay.
I mean, as long as the dong was squishy, I guess.
Well, what are we talking about 4 foot? Are we talking about 4 foot like in relative size?
Yeah, why not? Why not? I can hang them. Like those old sticky hands you used to get out of the gumball machines. But it's a Solid Snake pecker.
I
that you
can't.
stick to the walls.
I can't imagine it. I mean, we don't give a shit. Like I was showing you that, or telling you about that picture earlier, where it's a side by side comparison of Barbie and He-Man, which actually Luke is the first one to show me that, coincidentally. You know, like guys don't fucking give a shit. We think stuff's badass. You know, that's it. You know, and I think that's.
We watch wrestling, the land of cut motherfuckers and giants.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't get offended when Randy Orton comes out and go, God damn him, he has a 6-pack. He's a bullshit.
I mean, like as gay as wrestling is on the spectrum of men in small tights, greased up, rolling around with each other. I mean, it's not as gay as MMA to me because MMA they're rolling around hugging each other with their thighs, which is really more gay to me. But yeah, I mean, it's whatever. Men. I mean, men and women are just fucking built different as shit. That's it.
Yeah,
our minds, everything. I mean, well, mine are squishy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take that, bitch.
Aha, I have harder boobs.
Haha, hard titty.
Hard titty.
That's your new name, Hard Tits. Oh man, I feel like I got a radio show name coming in. I had Hard Tits and
Hard Tits with Nonder.
Hard Tits and Squishy or something. I don't know. God damn it.
HT and Squishy Show. This is great.
As long as Luke says, as long as Snake doesn't make me feel inferior, I've got no problem with a toy of Snake having a
If
dog.
they release a 4-inch action figure with a bigger dick than me, I'm a little worried.
Well, when he says feel inferior, I just imagine like could you imagine having this action figure of him with like this giant dick, and then like you're like, oh look at this, and then you put it up on your shelf or whatever, and then you wake up in the middle of the night with it fucking trying to rape you. It's like it's
Whoa.
buried in your
That's
face.
not where I thought you were going with that.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going. He's-
Not you wake up and it's trying to rape you. That's like Puppet Master shit, dude.
He's telling you to fucking bright pink champagne the next time.
He's like, you like this squishy? An action figure with squishy titties.
He's like grabbing my tits. He's like, how's this for squishy?
This just turned it. Yeah, the Squishy Show 2020 confirmed.
Oh, our tits are squish. Holy shit.
So this is why this doll shouldn't exist. I kind of agree with a lot of these women complaining about the Metal Gear Squishy Titty doll.
Maybe that's the problem. When they see all these like really hot sexualized women, they think that they're gonna get raped by them.
Puppet Master is real.
Uh-huh. See? There's something there. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it, but then again, I'm a guy, I guess.
I already looked up on Amazon. The thing's like $50.
Wow.
Just for squishy titties. I'm not dropping 50 bones for a doll. I can go, oh, look at this. Poke its chest every fucking time something comes over.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not interested in buying that or owning that at all. Like, I've seen a couple of a Solid Snake, or I guess Big Boss Snake figures that I definitely would buy long before that one.
Fuck that. Just spend $10 on a pop vinyl. You'll be much happier.
Ooh, a pop vinyl with squishy titties.
Yeah, the Squishy Nomder. That's my new name. Actually, we've debated. You're the squishy one. I'm not the squishy one. I'm the hard titty. Hard titty. No.
Hard tits.
Yeah. I'll end up getting this doll. And I will just have a webcam during my streams just focused on the doll's breast.
Every once in a while, they go up there and squish it. What you
Yep.
do?
Every time I get a subscriber.
Yes, I was gonna say. Every time you get a subscriber, like, "Hey, thanks for subscribing," so and just reach up and squish, squish.
Squish, squish.
Each boob once, bloom, bloom, left, right.
Followers are one boob, and subscribers are two boobs. Oh, this is a great idea.
Yeah, I think that works perfect. I mean, everyone, people seem to do stupid things like Gassy Mexican. Every time someone subscribes, he picks up what looks like a fucking
An egg.
hard boiled fucking rotten egg with a fucking poncho on it and shit.
That's awesome. See, Pro Classic Gamers just hopped in chat and he said he'd subscribe.
See?
This is a great idea.
Luke says hard tits and squishy schlong the radio show.
Ooh, wait, why not hard schlong and squishy tit? Oh, that's kind of gross. Hard schlong and squishy tits.
Hard and squishy, my two tits.
Like how this turned into this new story turned into. Let's come up with a show about penises and boobs.
Oh man.
Oh god.
So what else do we got on the agenda here? Ubisoft announces a new Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Yep.
Now, I haven't watched anything for this yet. I mean, I did watch I guess a teaser trailer per se for it. The only thing that I noticed that they're doing different is they give him a top hat. But supposedly they're. Well, I mean, all the games had British accents.
Yeah.
But I read somewhere that apparently they're supposed to be revamping basically the way that you play the game of like hiding and stealthing and stuff like that.
I don't know about hiding. I know the only thing I really saw that seemed different was the horse and carriage and the grapple hook thing. Well, that's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I only see. Apparently, there was a live stream that Ubisoft did the other day for it. I remember seeing someone tweet like a GameStop's account or GameSpot's account or something like that, saying like Ubisoft's live stream for Assassin's Creed in like an hour or some shit.
I mean, if they're gonna announce new features, I would say running more than 10 frames a second's a new feature. I don't know, dude. I like the possibilities of Victorian London, but I'm kind of burnt out on Assassin's Creed at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of like when we were talking about this earlier or yesterday, whatever. I kind of think I'm feeling the same way. As much as I love Assassin's Creed and like have always looked forward to the next game, the fact that I rented Rogue and Unity and barely touched Unity, I only got through the childhood stuff and got to being an adult. Not because the game was bad or anything, but because like I was doing other stuff and I wasn't home and I wasn't able to play it. And Assassin's Creed Rogue, I played a small chunk of it, more than Unity, but still a very small chunk of it. Like Jesus, I didn't even get to the turning into a Templar thing. Like I was still an assassin at the time in training, so I gotta assume a very small chunk of it. But like I've never like got the urge to like go back and play those games at all. So I guess maybe I'm kind of burned down on them too. Just not in the same way as like a lot of other people. Like I remember like when Assassin's Creed 4, like people like Patrick Klepek were complaining about it because like, oh, it's the same stealth stuff as like before, and it's like, but it's good stealth stuff. It's not bad like Assassin's Creed 3 bad, where or Assassin's Creed Revelations bad, where you're no longer were stealthing around and killing people silently and staying hidden and blah blah blah. They got to the point where you were literally a terrorist with bombs and stuff, and having like street wars with
That's like
armies.
just running around a crowded city and fuck stealth. You just get into fistfights with everybody. Shoot them with muskets. Unity kind of fucking burned me the wrong way, so I'll be holding off on Assassin's Creed for a while.
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing too. You know, like I mean, with Unity and me wanting to play it is like, I mean, I was fine with the faceless shit. Like that never bothered me at all. But I mean that because that's not game breaking. That's just creepy and funny at the same time. But like hearing about like all the game breaking bugs that they had with that, with even when patching the game, you know, in some
I couldn't play more than
essences
like
making it worse.
90% of the time I played that game, I couldn't play for more than an hour without it hard locking the system.
Yeah,
Then I'd have to restart and do the mission over.
yeah, and that sucks. I
And
mean,
my final boss fight broke, and it was total shit. I like the new way the combat was and all that shit, but fuck that game.
yeah, I'm not worried about playing, and the modern day stuff like with Assassin's Creed 3, they kind of shit the bed with that. I don't know what they were going with. I feel like they decided like, all right, let's just end it. You know, we've already been toying with this kind of 2012, the end of times kind of scenario. So let's just do it. Let's just end this. And then they did, and it ended up being nothing. And then the games after that, the modern day stuff was completely useless. Like, I mean, you look at Assassin's Creed 4. You know, you're looking for this. Oh fuck! What was he? He was a special name for him.
I don't know, Captain Blackfoot.
No. He was the guy with the handlebar mustache that they were looking for. That was like the Prodigy or something like that.
Colonel Mustard?
No, he was like a prodigy or some shit like that. And there's like always is one of these. Like there's like a lineage of this person.
Haley Joel Osment.
All right. I'm not talking to you anymore. But like, they find you find out about the modern day of this character, and then he dies or something like that, like right away, and it's like, what was the use of that? Like, just really, the modern day stuff is just really stupid at this point. I don't know what they're doing. That was another, you know, with Unity, you know, like the small little things that I've seen about how like, oh, you go to 1940s France and stuff like that, and it's like, but why? What does this have to do with anything at all? Like, they got really stupid with that stuff.
Because there's an ongoing battle in the current world with Templars and Assassins, and the game is technically called Infamous. Infamous is the modern day Assassin's Creed. There you have it. Infamous came out and they're like, fuck.
Oh man. Yeah. But yeah, so they announced a new Assassin's Creed Syndicate in London
Top hats, dude.
with top hats.
Yeah. I wonder what the top hat physics are like. Like, if you get punched, does your top hat come off?
I would hope so.
I don't know.
I mean, there's times that there's hoods too. Like, it seems weird from the trailer that I seen. It's like, I'm gonna kill you with my hood on. Then I'm gonna take my hood off, put this top hat on, and all of a sudden I'm just a regular everyday Joe.
No, it's England. You're a regular, everyday, good old chap.
I mean, I always kind of like expanded my disbelief with those games because, like, you know, like even in the first one, you know, of hiding with the other monks or whatever wearing white, it's clearly go after the guy in white that's wearing all the armor and weapons, you know.
Yeah,
But it's kind of like, it's a video game, like, you know, like whatever. The concept is amazing. Who gives a shit? You know, sure, you know, whatever. But the top hat, man, I feel like the top hat probably falls into that same category. I'll kill someone and then put a top hat on, and no one will know the wiser. Sure, but I don't know. Part of me is just like, it seems dumb.
Maybe there's other top hats you can unlock through playing the mobile game.
Taller top hats get like the fucking Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. Kind of sold. Top hat physics, taller top hat upgrades.
Yeah. So, and Ubisoft also announced that there's no more Assassin's Creed games for the 360 and PS3. I don't know if that includes Syndicate or after Syndicate.
Unity never came out on the old consoles.
True, but their answer to that was Rogue. And as far as I know, there's two different teams working on that, which is why one game worked and the other one didn't.
Good. I'm glad we're finally getting away from the let's fucking chop this version down so we can put out a version for this console too.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been a thing with the early years of new generation of consoles where it's on both, and then gradually these companies will stop. I mean, EA has always been the one that would go the longest, it seemed like. Like, Madden would go like 10 more years on old consoles. Like, I think they're still putting Maddens out on PS2s. But, I'm not surprised by this. But I feel
it's
like
been 2 years, dude. Get away from those old consoles. Fuck that.
I still think there's a large chunk of gamers that are still probably not into the new consoles. Even though, I mean, the new consoles sold like gangbusters, like just at launch alone. I mean,
the Xbox One finally outsold the PS4 this month.
Did it really?
Yeah.
I think it did in like December too because of that fucking price drop.
It's permanent price drop.
Well, now it's a permanent price drop, yeah. But during Christmas time, it was like just some Christmas deal that they had going on.
Get rid of those old games. Kind of sucks splitting the team up. But some of those companies just put entirely different fucking companies on the other games.
Yeah, I mean, well, a lot of those companies like Ubisoft can afford to put, a whole team together for separate games.
Why not spend that extra $1 million to make sure your game runs more than 5 frames a fucking second when people are trying to play it?
Yeah, I mean I'd say that's a fair argument.
Fuck those old consoles. I still want to pick up an old PS3.
Yeah. I just traded my PS3, so
The fucker.
Yeah. And it wasn't until after I formatted it that I realized all those downloadable games are now gone.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I can still like pick up a PS3 down the road and re-download that stuff from my my catalog or my back catalog, but I can't get on my PS4 and do it.
Which is so stupid. Well, but then again, when's the last time you played a downloadable game on your PS3?
Yeah, exactly. Even though there's some on there that's like, I wish I would have finished it, but whatever. Whatevs.
Moving on to better and brighter things like Top Hats.
Yeah. Speaking of moving on to bigger and better things, the E3 press conference schedule is in effect.
Oh, they've announced their press conference. Who's going on first?
All right. On Sunday, June 14th, Bethesda.
Sunday?
Yes, Sunday. In fact, this is kind of like a week later, because usually it's like the week of this is happening on the week of my birthday, where usually it's the week before my birthday that E3 takes place. So that's kind of surprising and fun at the same time. Makes me wish that I was going to E3.
You have a video game website. This is not going to be fun at all.
Oh, man. Like,
I've been there. This sucks.
Okay, last year my website was in good shape. And I mean, it's in fair shape now, I guess. But, like, last year I had a lot more people, a lot more dedicated people, and a lot more people willing to do work. I mean, I still found myself, like, on the first day of E3 sitting here, like, 8 hours almost straight, just doing news story after news story after news story. But now, like, there's less people, less dedicated people, which, to be fair, right now a lot of people are just finishing up with college for this term, and having summer break, so things could change, but I totally am not ready for fucking the shit ton of writing that's gonna be E3.
No writing. You
No.
just put title. Fallout 4 announced. Here's the trailer. You're done.
True.
New Super Mario game announced. Trailer done.
I mean, you still gotta do a little bit of legwork. I mean, you gotta find the trailers and stuff like that. It just,
Yeah.
it's a hassle in itself, in just a really shitty way. And then like, when you just are sitting there like for 8 hours straight, just fucking one after another, and like trying to get caught up and can't, especially like if you're doing it during the press conference, it's fucking insane. Because like I was doing it with Sony's press conference, I believe last year, where it's like as they're announcing stuff, I'm posting up stuff on the website, and not only am I falling behind, but I'm missing everything. Like I'm not watching it. Like I hate how the video game journalism situation is set up, where it's like while it's happening, let's put stuff out there. It should be like, let it, watch the press conference, then put out your fucking bullshit.
That's probably what. Or you could just do a live stream thing like Giant Bomb switched to doing.
Doing like live streams of it and commentating over it.
Yup.
Um,
They just completely switched to that, which is kind of fucking nice. You just sit and watch it with them, and they give their thoughts as they're announcing the shit.
it's a fine concept, but I prefer not that way, because I want to watch and listen to what the presenters and stuff are saying. I don't want to hear them cracking jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really. I think they started doing that the year before last, and I remember getting really fucking agitated because, like, at the time Ryan Davis was still alive, and he's like,
he actually apologized to you.
well, he didn't really apologize to me per se, but if I remember right, I don't think I would have to go back and look, but I can't find it now. But yeah, I mean, I said something to him about how I didn't like it, and like, at first he was, just completely defending it, but like, I think once he's seen that I wasn't trying to be an asshole about it when I was saying like, but I love your guys' website and I want to watch it on your website, not somewhere else. I think once I said something like that, he realized that I wasn't being a dick and was kind of like, I think he might have been like, yeah, sorry about that. And then from then on, you might say that me saying that is what caused them to do 2 different streams. Because that next time, they had 2 different streams. One where they did commentary and one where they did not. So, there's a possibility that I was the reason why Giant Bomb started doing that. Or maybe I was like the tip of the spear where I started it and other people agreed.
I'm sure you weren't. Yeah, I'm sure you weren't the only one. Because that first run they did of that was kind of. I mean, their audio was a lot louder than the presenter audio, and
yeah, and I remember
it's
like
cleaned up since then.
Ryan Davis was yelling at people like, "Get in here! What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm trying to hear what the fucking guy is saying, and you're screaming at someone to come in the room. Like, fuck off,
Yeah. I remember his tweet being like, "Oh, sorry, you didn't enjoy the setup or something like that, or that option or something."
Yeah, it might have been something like that.
And then he died. Now you feel horrible, asshole.
Oh, man, I feel bad because like Ryan Davis was like,
he was one of my faves.
he was one of my idols, and like he reminds me a lot of me. Not only that, but like now I'm 34. I'm probably in the same weight class as him. I drink heavily, eat bad food. At the time, I smoked. I don't smoke anymore. I don't think he smoked though. So I mean, I'm probably right along with him. Like this July, I'm gonna die. Like,
oh god.
I only got 2 more months, guys. See you later.
I'm a Jason A. Stryker fan because he's the only one there that smokes. I'm like, yeah.
I bet they give him shit nonstop for that. Like he's a fucking child rapist.
Oh yeah. San Francisco, of course they do. All right, so
yeah. So, anyways, let's get back on
to the schedule.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, chat rooms, but that's what we do. Yeah, man, we're talking about Ryan Davis. Have respect. How dare you? So June 14th, Sunday, June 14th, Bethesda's having their press conference at 7 p.m. Pacific 10 p.m. Eastern time.
Fallout 4 announcement out of the way.
That's late as fuck. But, yeah. They have to announce Fallout 4. I bet that's going to be the end of their press conference.
All right, let's do this. When you say the press conferences, we'll say what we think they're probably going to announce.
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4.
Probably we'll talk about Doom.
And I see Dishonored 2 trailers.
And possibly a Dishonored 2. The only thing that... I mean, I guess that's a possibility. The only thing that stops me from thinking that is, I mean,
That sold pretty well.
yeah, but I'm trying to think of the head honcho for Bethesda. I can't think of his name. Anyways, there's a point in time where he said, we're focused on Doom. After Doom, then we will focus on other games, when he was questioned about a release of Fallout 4. So,
We'll get Doom gameplay. They've already shown Doom gameplay privately to people.
yeah, I mean, there's playable demos of that at like GDC and stuff that they had. So I
Probably
mean,
get a release date for it too.
yeah, I gotta assume that we're gonna get a release date for sure for it, and probably a playable demo and stuff. There's
Fallout
also
4.
rooms. There's rumors that Fallout 4 is gonna have a playable demo at E3 for very select people. I don't know how, that's a rumor, so who fucking knows?
Fallout 4 2015 release, 2016 release.
Wait, what's that?
Fallout 4 2015 or 2016 release.
Oh, 2016, late 2016.
And when are they
If
releasing
2016. What's that? They're releasing Doom this year.
this year? Do you think Doom will be out this year?
Oh yeah, they have to. I mean, last year they had playable demos at GDC and stuff like that. That has to be coming out this year. I gotta assume like they're gonna have an announcement. They're gonna talk about it at their press conference and put a release date of like December 2015 or something like that. I can't imagine that they not put it out this year. And even if they don't, I mean, it's not like Bethesda is that type of company that puts games out every year or anything.
Yeah, and they still got Elder Scrolls fucking online making them money now.
No, well, no, that's Zynga, who I believe is the parent company of Bethesda.
I thought Elder Scrolls Online was Bethesda as well, though.
I'm trying to think.
Almost
Yeah,
positive.
because Elder Scrolls.
I got it right here on Steam.
I mean, Elder Scrolls. Or are you talking about Elder Scrolls just like Skyrim?
No, Elder Scrolls Online, the game.
Oh, well, what does it say? I guess.
ZeniMax Online Studios, publisher Bethesda.
Okay, so they're publishing it, and Zynga or whatever is developing. Okay, I mean that's the other thing too about Bethesda, why they don't need to put games out every year, because they're publishing games too. Like they published what is that horror game that came out recently with the barbed wire around the brain?
Barbed wire around the brain.
Yeah,
Evil Within?
yeah, yes.
They did that?
They published it.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
shit.
am 99% sure.
I'll just go with it. I don't know.
I'm trying to remember because whoever it was that developed it was like part of the main game director for that was part of Capcom back in the old Resident Evil days. That's why a lot of people compared that game to Resident Evil, because I guess it played like it basically. But Bethesda, I believe, published it. So yeah, I mean, Bethesda also published Fallout New Vegas, and it was developed by Obsidian.
Ugh.
So yeah, I mean, so like and I think
Think we'll see anything about a new Rage?
I mean, because that's
They loved that game, but not a lot of people were super impressed with it.
what did Bethesda have to do with Rage? Did they publish it?
I think they developed it too.
I thought.
No, id Software.
Yeah,
developed
I was gonna
it.
say it's I was gonna
Yeah,
say
we won't hear
ID, but I couldn't think of. I knew that wasn't right.
Doom's coming out. We won't hear anything about Rage.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that would be stepping on his toes a little bit. We're definitely going to hear about Doom. I'm 100% sure we're going to get a release date. And I gotta assume it's going to be this year. I mean, I feel like they've been working on it for a while now, and all signs point to this year from last year around this time and later. Because if I remember right, they didn't have Doom at E3 last year, but they had it at GDC afterwards. And it was like, a huge deal. Like they had, it was playable and shit like that.
I'll pass on a new Doom.
Yeah, I'm not interested. I mean, that was my whole thing when way back when I read the thing where the dude from Bethesda was saying we're gonna focus on Doom and then we're gonna worry about other games. I remember replying back to the tweet that I read that from where I was like, oh, you guys are gonna worry about a game that's a remake or a sequel to something no one's asked for, and not make a game that everyone's clamoring for. Like, that's smart. Awesome. Good idea. Do that.
Let's not make money.
Yeah. No one fucking wants a goddamn Doom game. Except for maybe some dumbass old school fucking shooter fans that are like, oh, nostalgia. And then they're probably going to be upset by it anyway.
People running Linux want Doom.
Yeah. So there's 10 people in the world that fucking want it. And meanwhile, everyone and their fucking brother wants fucking Fallout 4. Yeah. I mean, there was a time that they bought a website called Fallout Shadows of Boston or something like that. I remember that was the deal. So, like, people are saying that it's going to be Fallout 4 Shadows of Boston. And there's already been rumors for years that Fallout 4 is going to take place in a post-apocalyptic Boston, which... That sucks.
It's going to be so hard to match fucking DC because you had all those historical monuments and...
Well, I think that's the idea with Boston, because I think Boston...
They have...
Does too.
Like, a marathon?
Marathon bombing. We're going to find out that the marathon bombing is where the fucking post-apocalyptic... Yeah. Oh, man.
Fucking hell. Wow.
But yeah, outside of that, I don't know what else Bethesda could really talk about. I mean, they have to have something to have their own press conference, because press conferences last about an hour and a half, give or take.
Fallout 4 gameplay, Doom release date announced with gameplay, and a Dishonored trailer.
That still feels like that's like, I mean, maybe that they can fill up an hour of that.
They can fill up an hour with just Fallout.
I mean, let's say they have like a nice 10-minute fucking gameplay of Fallout 4, 15, 20 minutes of an extended playthrough of Doom, and then a 2-minute trailer for Dishonored 2. I mean, they have to...
Press conference, they're going to do talking in between for 15 minutes too.
Yeah, that's true. I mean... And they're gonna have to talk about games that they're publishing too. You know, they're okay. Speaking of Elder Scrolls Online, they're probably gonna talk about how that's coming to the Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah. They're gonna talk about probably updates for that or expansion coming soon or something.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. I mean, there's that they're gonna talk about. I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, outside of that, I don't know.
Fallout 4. That's all I care about.
Luke says he thinks that Shadows of Boston was purchased by a fan. Could be. I could have swore I remember, like, it was Bethesda that bought it, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. Yeah. So, anyways, let's continue on here. Monday, on June 15th, we have Microsoft's press conference at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. There's EA's press conference at 1 p.m. Pacific Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And then there's Ubisoft's press conference, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
Microsoft must not give a fuck anymore.
Why?
Because didn't they learn the last time that they went on stage before Sony that Sony just basically took everything they said and turned it around and was like, nope, we don't do that, we don't do this, we don't do this. It's like, come on, guys.
Well, I don't think that was last year's, though.
No, last year was just, here's a bunch of fucking games.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, even though, like, last year's I didn't really care for any of the games. They did show a lot of games. I'll give them that. It says here, though, that they will talk about Xbox.com via the Xbox Live Events player, Xbox One, Xbox 360, Windows Phone, and Spike TV. Oh, wait, hold on.
What?
I'm wrong. I'm reading this stupid. Will be streamed in the following places:
okay.
Xbox.com, Xbox One,
They've
Xbox.
always streamed their press conferences on their consoles.
Like I'm like even when I read this earlier, I'm like, oh, they're gonna talk about Spike TV. Okay, whatever.
Alright. So you said first we got Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft's first in the morning.
Gears of War Remastered. Obviously, they've already announced that.
Okay.
Not officially.
Halo
Forza
5.
6. Halo 5, that's going to be the big thing.
Will
Forza
it?
6.
Or will an announcement of Titanfall 2 be the big announcement? Mm-hmm.
Titanfall 2 is coming multi-platform, so I don't know. I think
Is it coming back to platform? First of all, does anyone want Titanfall 2?
I do.
Do you?
I love the first Titanfall, man.
Oh man, what did you love about it?
I loved the movement.
I mean,
and the shooting. It felt great.
Don't get me wrong. It was fun, but I mean, it got old fast. I mean, not enough weapon choices, not enough upgrades for the weapon choices.
Well, and that's something I think they can fix for 2.
True. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'll say that about every fucking game out there. You know, I'm always down for a sequel because they can fix it. I mean, Alpha Protocol is a game that everyone hated. You know, but it had a lot of great concepts to it, and if they would have made a sequel to it, it could have been a really great game. You know, so Titanfall 2 can, end up, do better with it, but...
Yeah, Titanfall 2, they might show a trailer.
A teaser.
A teaser, because they...
Maybe just a placeholder card.
Probably.
Crackdown 3 has to be there, right?
Oh, God, I hope so.
If Microsoft wants me to want an Xbox One, they will show Crackdown 3.
Oh God, I really hope so. Battletoads.
Wait, what?
Games nobody wants.
They're gonna
be doing Battletoads.
Oh, are they for sure?
Yeah.
Oh.
They haven't really announced it, but Homeboy came out wearing that Battletoad shirt. And that new company they hired, they said you can work on any of these games except Battletoads. So it's like, yeah, that kind of called it right there.
That's awesome. I remember, I think Shovel Knight for the Xbox One has a shot where you, like a boss fight where you go against the Battletoads.
Yeah.
Kind of like how the PS4 or Vita version of it, you go against Kratos kind of deal.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to get your typical Microsoft exclusive stuff. Your Forzas, your Halos, your Gears of Wars.
Yeah.
I'm trying to I think Black Ops 2, because Microsoft always gets or Black Ops 3, Microsoft always gets that exclusive shit with them, so that'll be showed there.
Right.
Can't really think of anything else surprising.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything.
They got a lot of exclusives lined up, but I can't think of anything multi-platform they would show that wouldn't be at the other press conferences.
Maybe, I assume probably a Season 3 for Killer Instinct?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know how that even works because the fact that they're doing seasons at all.
Yeah, every season that comes out's $20 or something like that. I didn't get Season 2, I got Season 1 only.
Right on.
Yeah, I think they're going to show quite a bit of indie stuff too. I'm hoping, since Sony Online Entertainment's no longer with like DC, and that game's already on fucking consoles.
We might get some DC UO love on their press conference.
DC UO PlanetSide, maybe H1Z1.
Yeah, I can see them having someone from that, whatever they changed the name to, come out and talk about it, for sure.
And that would be, especially lately, they've been putting a lot of MMOs, free-to-play stuff on Xbox One. Like, they got Smite on there now, and Neverwinter.
Is Smite an MMO? I thought that was just a MOBA.
Yeah, that's a MOBA. I was saying MMO and free-to-play shit.
Oh, right on.
I think it's just going to be pretty much exclusive city for Micro, which isn't a bad thing.
No, not at all. I mean, well, they've kind of dicked with exclusive in the past, where they'll like this video is all exclusive, and then they'll have like Assassin's Creed in there, and it's like, no, that's not exclusive. Stop fucking around.
Yeah, I mean, Halo, Crackdown, Gears of War, Forza, those are pretty locked in.
Maybe they'll announce a new Gears of War.
I don't know, they might dump a lot of money into getting Gears of War fucking Phantom Pain shown on their show. Because they've been pretty hardcore about saying, hey, this is on our consoles, this is on our consoles.
That's a possibility, yeah. That's a good possibility. It all depends. I mean, Hideo Kojima is he's always been a fan of the PlayStation consoles.
Yeah.
I mean, his whole thing, like, I mean, this is years and years ago that I read an article about it, but, like, the reason why he's favorited it is because, you know, the PlayStation 1 got him to be able to make a much more realized version of Metal Gear. Something that he's always wanted to, you know, like a 3D stealth game. You know, where the other ones were, you know, not exactly like that. And, you know, he's just had good working experience with Sony, I guess, basically. So
I think they're going to talk about the Windows 10 Xbox One integration, too.
yeah, oh, definitely. They're going to probably talk about more TV shit, too, for the Xbox One. I can see that being a thing, I guess. Even though I haven't heard anyone bring up the whole TV, cable, Xbox One thing in a long time at all. Like, not even so much as like, yep, still watching Xbox or TV on Xbox One or anything like that.
Yeah, I still use it, but it's just there. It's one of those things that's just there. Kind of like the Kinect if you have one when you bought it. It's like, it's there. You can use it. So what's after Microsoft?
After Microsoft is EA.
Oh, Battlefront.
Battlefront, definitely. They are gonna fucking... They're gonna drop a load on everyone's fucking faces and squishy titties with that.
Fuck yeah.
That's gonna be their end.
Battlefront. I think it's gonna be a playable one too. In-game playable.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I could see them, like, bringing out, like, 4 people and then being like, hey, we're a team and we're going to be playing against a team back at the home base. You know, and then do, like, a whole PvP match or, you know, I hate that I just called it a PvP match instead of a multiplayer match, but...
One of those fake setup, like, oh, over here on your left.
Yeah.
There's a guy coming. Speed your bike inbound.
Yeah, where they play the games exactly how they're supposed to be played.
Yeah. I think they'll talk, obviously, Madden, all your sports franchises.
Yeah, they're gonna fucking talk about that shit.
I think that's probably where Titanfall will be shown.
There's a possibility that they could, like, these things overlap often with, like, EA and Ubisoft and whatnot when they do their press conferences. So, like, they could, like, maybe show, like, a quick thing about Titanfall 2 at Microsoft's, and then at EA's they might get more in depth with talking about Titanfall. They do that. Like, usually Ubisoft goes to the Sony press conferences to show off Assassin's Creed, but then they do talk about the Assassin's Creed at the Ubisoft press conference also, so I can see them, you know, double dipping, I guess you could say. Yeah. So, I'm trying to think what else.
Did you get my message, George?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think of what else that they're gonna possibly have for the EA press conference. I keep wanting to think the new Siege game, but I know that's not EA. I don't know why I keep thinking that's an EA's wheelhouse. They possibly could have talk about Star Wars: The Old Republic. That's a good possibility, I think. I don't know if there's any, like, expansion packs or anything coming out for Star Wars: The Old Republic anytime soon. Seeing they just released one, I think, late last year with the Revan shit. So I don't know. I feel like EA is kind of like just outside of the Star Wars shit. They kind of like have gone off the radar on, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's because people are not hating them anymore. Maybe that's the whole thing. Like, EA was always like it's such the fucking forefront of everything because they did. Everyone was bitching about it, and so that just kind of like put a magnifying glass on everything that they were working on or something. And I mean, it probably also helps that kind of like back in the day, I was a huge EA fan, mainly because of the sports titles, and so I paid more attention to what they were, had on their plate. I kind of hope for a new Army of Two. I really do. Like I like, I hesitate saying I like the Army of Two games. I mean the first two games were all right in their own way. The third one, the Devil's Cartel, I loved the Devil's Cartel. They got ballsy with the story. And on top of that, they added a lot of replay value to that game, actually, with different unlockables and stuff like that. And I mean, it was just fun. It was a fun game to fucking play, just blowing shit up and shooting and whatnot. And it worked a lot smoother than the first two games, for sure. Um, so I would really like to see them keep working on that. Maybe we'll see a Dead Space 4? Or maybe we'll see a new Dead Space, but not from Isaac Clarke's point of view. Depending, like I never played the Awakening DLC, but I know it takes place after what happens at the official end of Dead Space 3. So I don't know exactly what happens there, but I mean it's possible for maybe take on Dead Space from a different point of view. Even though last time I knew, like, Dead Space 3 didn't sell as well, so maybe I think there's a chance that EA might be done with that, but who knows, really? Right? I mean,
What about Need for Speed?
is that an EA thing?
That is an EA thing now because I ended up buying Criterion. And last year, surprisingly, was the first time in a long time we didn't get any Need for Speed talk.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a Need for Speed. Maybe we'll get a Burnout too.
Oh God, that would be amazing. But the Need for Speed brand, they would never go back to Burnout anymore.
I I don't say that.
That's so sad.
Just imagine like this generation of consoles version of Burnout Paradise.
Oh,
Like more in depth maps or map, larger map. I mean the other map. I mean the map before was pretty fucking big.
a new Burnout. A dude in Kansas just got poked in the forehead with my boner for a while. Oh man.
I would definitely like a new Burnout.
Hmm. Yeah, EA's Star Wars is going to be the talk. I wouldn't be surprised if they talk about the MMO either.
Yeah, I was saying that like there's probably a good chance that they'll talk about that too. Even though I don't think last year's they talked about it during their press conference. I could be wrong though. Um,
They might just to say, "Hey, we're revamping it based on the new movie and adding new characters."
they don't seem to do that. I mean, because like I'm surprised. I think they would sell a lot of stuff in their store if they had like sell like Luke's white robes or his black outfit or something, from A New Hope or Return of the Jedi, stuff like that. Sell Obi-Wan Kenobi's robes and stuff like that. I would think they would make a lot of money doing that stuff, but they really kind of stuck to doing their own thing for the most part. I say that with a question mark because I mean, obviously, you look at the style. I mean, that was the Old Republic took place, I believe, 500 years before A New Hope, and yet things look exactly the same, basically.
Yeah.
Which apparently wow, the developers um the developers excuse, I guess you could say, to that is the emperor from like A New Hope liked that style and wanted to implement it,
Hmm.
which is like,
Yeah.
all right, fine. Like I hesitate saying it's an excuse because like I think that's a fine reason behind it. I don't think that's like a really a cheap fucking like get out of Dodge way of putting it or anything like that. Um,
Also, Mirror's Edge 2, maybe?
Oh yeah, you're right. They have to. I mean, it's already been announced.
Yeah,
They
they
have
just
to
kind
have
of
a
reported
playable
that
demo for
last
that.
year.
Yeah, that's
And
gonna have
Mass
to be
Effect
playable.
4.
Oh yeah, see, I mean, a lot of
Uh,
this stuff, I really wasn't even fucking thinking of. Like, I was saying this, like, EA's been like so out of my element, that I forget what they got their hands in. Like I forget that they bought BioWare, like shit like that. But yeah, I
I
mean, they have to have like a trailer for uh, Mass Effect 4. They have to have a playable demo of Mirror's Edge 2.